Hi, I'm Jane Esselstyn.
Oh, I'm Ann Esselstyn. I was waiting for.
And I'm Brian Hart.
Brian is my husband.
I thought we would go for in order.
Anyway, Brian is steering today. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And it's one of his most recent sort of, you get in a groove of making things. Like you've made this like a couple times lately.
Yeah, it's been, it makes, the great thing about Mac and Cash, go ahead and explain it.
Well, Mac and Cash is actually macaroni and cheese. And it's our plant-based version of macaroni and cheese. It's sort of a comfort food, and like it looks so familiar. That baked cheese, not cheesy. Well, I guess cheesy looking.
Cheesy.
And it's in the Engine 2 cookbook, and it's on page 235 if you're following along. Brian puts his own spin on it here and there, which is kind of fun.
And Brian, anyway, is the best cook
in our family.
And one of the
far.
things about Brian that is so amazing is his presentations of what he's cooked. You always get it on a plate with all these looking like it came out of a fancy restaurant.
Yes. Okay,
Well,
so what do we start with, Brian?
All right, well, the first thing you got to do is cook some pasta. So we've already pre-cooked some pasta here. So we used penne.
You can use
it's whole wheat.
It says elbow here, but it's just something that carries the sauce, right?
Yep, something that's going to carry the sauce. This is whole wheat. It says elbow in the recipe, but I like penne.
Yeah.
Good. So
and 8 ounces. Yeah.
Yep, so we'll use that in a second. The most important thing we got to do is make the sauce. The Mac and Cash sauce is key. And it's really simple, and once you've done it one time, it'll go really quickly, and you don't really have to sweat measurements. Kind of roughly, you can look at the recipe. Basically, what you're doing is you got to get a food processor, and you're going to start off with how much? What does it say here? It says 1 onion chopped and sautéed.
So we sautéed that ahead of time, just like when we.
So we've sautéed this onion.
May I mention that we have a video about how to cook mushrooms and onions, and we will have that video fly in here. Wade, remember to do that?
Yep. So cook these onions till they're translucent, and no oil, of course.
Hey, I cooked those.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
Okay. You need a tovolo?
So we now have onions in the food processor. Then we're going to add cashews. This is 1 cup of raw cashews. I didn't soak them. It's actually okay that you don't soak them, so that's going to go in.
What does soaking do?
Soaking just softens them, and in this case, you don't need to. We'll grind it up.
Does it say to soften them in the?
No.
It does not say to soften them.
Oh, that's good.
And then lemon juice?
Lemon juice, which is
Quarter cup?
a quarter cup of lemon juice. That seems like more than a quarter cup.
No, it's this cool. Look at it's this cool measurement. Bev, thank you. She's one of our followers or subscribers or whatever you call it. Bev sent that to us, and it's this wonderful little measurement for
Oat milk. Like it says a cup and
a
half, but I have a cup here. I think that's going to be plenty. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. And a pinch of salt.
Now, I never think that's necessary, but Brian has this.
Driving. Brian's driving.
It's amazing. With 2 type A women in the room, it's going to be very difficult for me to get through this recipe without being told exactly what to do.
We'll step back.
I didn't tell you what to do. I just said what I do.
With the roasted red peppers?
Not yet. Are you reading the recipe?
No.
Am I driving this or are you driving this? So we're going to combine this by pulsing it. Then it says gradually add the roasted red peppers, nutritional yeast, garlic powder, and onion powder. Okay. So I'm going to leave it on. And this is...
How much nutritional yeast?
Hold on. Half a cup of red peppers. And by the way, these red peppers are just jarred red peppers. You can, of course, do your own roasted red peppers, which we love to do, but just in terms of ease this time, we're just going to do jarred and make sure it's not packed in anything. It's just going to be packed in water, packed in its own juices. So we're going to add these gradually until it turns this beautiful...
Brian, what if you added them all at once?
I think it would be fine.
Brian, how much nutritional yeast I can measure it?
Then, nutritional yeast is 3/4 of a cup.
I know it's tiny font.
It seems like a lot.
Oh no.
No, that's how.
Wait,
That's
wait.
how. That's
Here's a cup. You can. That's what makes it good.
I'm gonna go with half a cup to start.
And I know, and I'm like, I'm getting rid of the half cup of oatmeal ready to go because being really moist is such what makes it so good.
And again, I'm kind of being patient as I blend it in here.
You get past this instinct.
Now, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder.
How much? Doesn't matter.
I think a teaspoon each.
Garlic.
How can you go wrong with garlic powder and onion powder?
Brian's always an eyeballer. Whenever I try to write down Brian's recipes, it's impossible because
Now it says in the recipe, blend until smooth and red and orange in color. And if you can see,
the top shot. Woo!
with the top shot, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful.
All right, so this sauce is what makes this just so killer good. It gets inside all the tubes and it coats everything. With rotini, the one time we did it, it was so yummy. The rotini can carry all the sauce.
All right, we're gonna just blend a bit more, give it a taste.
I see my hair on your arm.
So good. I think it needs a little more salt, but I won't add that salt.
All types.
All right. Now, if you can see from the top camera, this is gorgeous. It's just beautiful looking. It's beautiful orange. Now, here comes the fun part. Got to take a bowl, and we are going to dump the pasta in, which is 8 ounces of whole grain penne. Break it up a little bit. Now, I think we might even have too much sauce, which is okay, because this sauce is incredible.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, yeah, that's a lot of sauce.
No, it
The
won't
sauce
hurt.
makes it.
Brian.
One time we didn't use a lot of sauce in it, and it was a little dry.
Oh, Brian, use it all.
No. Now, what I'm going to do to change the recipe a little bit. Now, in the recipe here, it says, please,
Okay,
not
I'm-
yet.
I'm
Oh,
putting-
okay, I
putting
thought
it
you were
here.
about to pour it in.
I didn't have a place to put it.
I'm going to use cherry tomatoes and a little bit of chopped spinach instead of broccoli and corn, just because I think it's, oh, you already have some pre-cut?
Yeah, I thought ahead.
Oh, nice. So what I'm doing is taking cherry tomatoes, just slicing them in half and tossing them in there. And I don't know how many, what do you think? 15
Ooh.
total?
I just want people who follow recipes, just add in whatever you'd like, but the recipe does say to add in some frozen corn, plain or roasted frozen corn, and then also some little like heads of broccoli or little broccoli florets. So I love that he's being so
He's
flexible.
being Brian. He always does his own wonderful thing.
Now I've got some raw spinach, and all I'm going to do is take a bunch, this is the way I do it. I ball it up into kind of a little bit of a ball, and I take a pair of scissors and I just trim and make it so that these little feathers.
It makes it so pretty when you're eating
Yeah,
it to have bits of green and red.
It's a little like
in what
chiffonade.
you're
And of
eating.
course, we have to get our greens in for Dr. Esselstyn.
And for our own good. The one person, when you were using scissors one time in the chili, in Brian's chili, so he goes in the chili, and with our kitchen scissors, he goes in and chops the big, huge like whole peeled tomatoes. And someone was like, "Dude, what are you doing with those scissors?" And he kind of had a funny comment about like, "Ooh, cringing." But kitchen scissors are a really fun tool, and I bet a lot of you guys use kitchen scissors as well.
All right. Now I'm going to stir it up. See, I think this is plenty of sauce. This is almost too much. Not too much.
We've got
I
more
guess you can-
pasta we can actually.
Yeah. Do you have any more pasta?
Yeah.
Go ahead and add more pasta.
Ooh.
That's a lot of sauce.
That's what makes it good.
We
I
can
agree.
add all this. We can add all this and put all.
Let's just-
You do
know what?
whatever.
Let's try it just like that.
Do you want more of your?
Might as well make a bunch, because what I meant to say earlier, what I forgot to say, is that this is the best leftovers. We made a big batch of this the other day, and we gave a bunch to Ann and Essie,
We
and
just
we
had
had
it
it,
for dinner last night.
and it has incredible leftovers. Keeps well,
I'm so excited about the sauce. Do we get to add a little more sauce?
just a little bit.
Tell me when.
There's a lot, plenty.
Okay.
I don't think you want it to be swimming in sauce.
Well,
I think
I love
swimming in
the
sauce
swimming in the
is
sauce.
so good.
Yeah, I'm a
This
saucy.
is tough, Brian.
Okay.
This is tough. You're a tough crowd here. We're saucy. We know we are sassy and saucy.
So now we're just going to take a baking dish. And this one's going to might be a little small because we added more pasta.
Actually, it's going to be perfect.
You think?
Yeah. Just get it all in there.
Perfect, Brian.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
Got an eye too. Do you put nutritional yeast on top?
Nope.
I just hear a couple screaming strands of spinach that want to join the party.
Okay. Now you're going to bake this without being covered, at 425 for 20 minutes. And you want the top to get a little bit burned, a little bit crispy on the top, with just like a regular mac and cheese. It's so good.
All right, so can we come back in 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
We'll be right back.
Oh,
All right.
I can
We're done.
smell it. Oh, it smells so good. Where are you going to put it? Hot?
Yep.
Ooh, Brian!
Wowsy,
It
wowsy,
is so
wow.
nice. I have to say, it looks so much like the real macaroni and cheese, which I haven't had for
Bazillion years.
100
It's the best when it gets a little burnt on one little piece.
Oh, like a little crispy.
Yep. And the pasta gets a little crunchy.
All right, you're such a artistic.
presentation.
Well, in this case, I think it would be nice if we just take some greens, put them down in this white bowl here.
Can we talk about what kind of greens these are?
These are, we've got some kale and a little bit of spinach. And it's been chiffonaded, so it's pretty thinly sliced. I'm not using scissors. I don't want to scare anybody. And so now I would just take a nice big scoop of this beautiful mac and cash and just place it right in the middle. You see the tomatoes get nice and soft.
Oh, yummy.
I put that right in the middle, and then probably what I would do is take a little sriracha. What happened to the sriracha?
Wade used all the sriracha recently.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I'll find it. Oh, here it is.
I would probably take a little bit of sriracha.
Ooh.
And just drizzle it. Well, it's closed.
Well,
I would just drizzle it along the edge of the plate,
See what I mean about Brian's presentation?
and then that's mac and cash.
wow. Okay, let's all get a bite of this. Let's all get a bite. Ann, Brian, and then Wade, when you can. Like, let's get a little shot of all of us getting in here. You got to get some of the sriracha on yours.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get some more of the greens. I want to get some greens. All right. Ooh. Let us know what you put in your, how is it? Let us know what you put in your mac and cash.
This is so good. It's the best yet.
Tomatoes, spinach,
Not
corn,
enough sauce. You think it's too much? I
Corn.
think
No, I
it
do too.
makes it.
broccoli, and how much sauce do you use? Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.